Hey guys, welcome to KDen Sports. On episode 2, I'm joined by Terrell and Kenny. And so first up, we're going to talk about the big thing that happened in sports this week. Really frustrating, the Astros sign stealing scandal.
Stupid. Alright, so yeah, basically, apparently like a few months ago, they came out saying that the Astros cheated with video. They stole signs from the pitchers at their own home ballpark. Like they had a camera in center field, and they hooked it up to a monitor that was in between their dugout and the team clubhouse. And so the players and team employees would go there, watch the screen, and try to decode the catcher's signs.
Yeah, was there any evidence of this?
Yes, like MLB did a very big investigation on this. Like they went all throughout the Astros organization. There are even videos of players that hit trash cans to warn the players about the pitches that were coming up, so that they could know what was happening. So, and they also use whistling as a way to relay the message. And apparently, what's coming out now? Apparently, that they used buzzers. I don't know if it's fully true or not.
On their chest, right?
Yeah, on their chest. That's hook up buzzers.
That's ridiculous.
It's stupid. And so then, after MLB did all this investigation stuff, they decided to suspend the general manager of the Astros and AJ Hinch, who is the manager, for 1 year, fined them $5 million, and they lost both their first and second round draft picks in 2020 and 2021.
Wow.
Yeah. But hours later then, Jim Crane decides, who was the Astros owner, decides to fire both of them. So I feel like...
Same time.
So I feel like this was planned.
It sounds like it was planned, but also these are two separate scandals, or maybe three, depending on if you want to go that route. But that's frustrating, especially for both the Yankees and Dodgers.
I mean, we're Indians fans here. I mean, me and Bradley, Kenny, yeah. And
Sure.
they got absolutely destroyed in 2017 by the Astros. They got swept. And Corey Kluber didn't even look like himself, which that could have been because
exactly
they were cheating.
So you think the cheating has been going on for?
Oh, I think it's been going on since 2017. It has to have been. I think so.
And I mean that just sucks for not only the Indians, definitely the Indians. I'm not making, but Yankees and Dodgers fans
Dodgers
should be
has the
livid.
worst. I would be a livid
outright
Dodgers fan.
mad, and
Yeah.
I wonder if they could sue him. I'm serious.
I would definitely consider it because this is just stupid. Like hitting a trash can or even using a buzzer
to know what
and
pitches
using video
anticipating.
Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
So like I was saying, Jim Crane fires them both. So I feel like no matter what the punishment was, he was gonna fire him. He didn't want him a part of their organization and taint his organization at all. He just wanted to start fresh again. So I can't blame him for doing that because this is a very bad look for the Astros.
Do you think? What was the owner's name? Or
Jim Crane.
Do you think did he know about this, or was it just
apparently
the managers?
Apparently he didn't know about this. I think it was more the general manager. That was about the highest it got up to who knew about it. So
I don't know. You have to realize there's millions and billions of dollars invested into this team over, who knows how long this has been going on. So of course they're going to try to cover up their tracks well. And it probably did penetrate the top ranks.
Yeah,
so I wouldn't really be
so.
surprised if that happened or came out.
Yeah.
But just for the whole sport of baseball, it's just bad. It's just a bad look.
This is getting a bad look. And the MLB had to come down swift on this if it was actually true, which it definitely was apparently. They had to come down hard. People think it should have been even harder than just 1 year or $5 million.
Definitely.
So this is very big.
Well, think about how much money this also cost other organizations that either got out of the playoffs or were affected by the regular season.
I feel like the Dodgers were hurt the worst because they played the Astros. They played the Astros and then the Red Sox, who were also part of this.
Exactly.
In back-to-back years and both lost. So this is
Cora, Alex Cora.
Yeah, he was part of the Astros during the 2017 World Series
ridiculous.
team.
Well, imagine how hard it's gonna be for the Astros to get their respect, their rep back.
Reputation.
The fans have to be they have to be so mad and disappointed, and
I think
no one respects them right now. No one thinks they're the good team, or they're the team to root for.
And that's why I don't blame Jim Crane for firing both Hinch and Luhnow, because I mean,
they have to start. They have to start fresh. They have to build.
They do
a new. Yeah.
They have to rebuild their look.
Yeah, they have to rebuild their
a good look.
And speaking of firing, I mean, we see on the Mets, don't even Carlos Beltran,
who was a player for the Astros during the 2017 season. I mean, they hired him during the offseason this past year. Never managed a game. Didn't even get to his first season, and he decides to leave the team. He mutually agreed to part ways with the Mets because of all this.
All you got to say is poor Mets. I mean, seriously, poor Mets.
They have to go and look for another manager again.
Exactly. They were probably betting on him to be their future. I'm guessing.
Yeah. I mean, he just got out of playing, so I mean, he had a long future probably of being a manager.
Exactly. He's young enough.
Seemed like a good manager.
Yeah.
So I mean, I mean, I guess the main question I want to ask you is: do you think that the Astros World Series title is going to be tainted by this?
Oh, definitely, sure.
I think so too.
For sure.
But do you even think they should take it another step and take away their World Series title from 2017?
I mean, I think if they can prove that they cheated during the World Series, then definitely, like, they don't deserve to have it. If they didn't get it fairly.
Yeah, I know. I would totally agree with that. I have nothing. Yeah, I just agree. And then also with the Red Sox, like, they won it in 2018 with Alex Cora, who apparently had an almost even bigger role in this because he was the bench coach, which is basically like the assistant coach for the manager, and apparently he could get an even bigger punishment than what the Astros manager did.
Okay, so have they showed any evidence about this? Like,
I mean, all I've seen is that they've used trash cans apparently, like they've banged on them. I've just seen videos of that where you just hear bangs in the background, and that's a way to tell the players what it is.
What they should expect coming.
Yeah, what should they expect coming?
So do you think that could be some random, like, 4-year-old just causing a ruckus?
I mean, it possibly could be. I mean,
because it's all circumstantial. Like, it's not hard proof. Except, I mean, I did see a picture of a monitor down in the dugout.
Yeah.
Or like a TV or something set up.
Yeah.
So
I've seen a picture of that.
They have that, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
And you gotta think there's some Dodgers that have been openly saying stuff on social media like Twitter. We got Alex Wood, who tweeted recently on the Dodgers. I would rather face a player that was taking steroids than face a player who knew every pitch was coming.
Agree.
I mean, seriously, think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, steroids, that just gives you like a physical advantage. You're not knowing what the team is gonna do. You're just trying to enhance yourself, I guess. You're not really you're not figuring out the strategy of the other team.
Well, and if you're a professional player, you know how to hit a ball pretty well. If you know what's coming, you can position yourself in a way, and you can know when to start swinging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And ridiculous. It's actually sad, but
I mean, the Indians got screwed over because of this. I mean, Dodgers, of course. Who's the other team? The Yankees. The Yankees were another big team. I mean, all those. I mean, as an Indians fan, this is just.
It's heartbreaking.
Speaking of the Dodgers, did you or I thought I heard something about them maybe paying someone to keep quiet about the Dodgers cheating as well? Do you think that's true? Or
I mean, I didn't really hear about that, so I mean, I don't know, but I just found something here that Logan Morrison, who is a current baseball player, he says he believes that firsthand that he knows that the Yankees, Dodgers, Astros, and the Red Sox have all used film to cheat and pick the signs from the catcher. So I mean, apparently it's not just the Red Sox or the Astros. So if it's that, this is like a league-wide problem that needs to be fixed.
Here, don't you think that at some point all teams have thought about or maybe tried this? Like, maybe not to that extent, but like
I mean,
they've tried to figure out other teams' signs. They've had to.
Sign stealing has been a major part of like baseball for a long time, but it's the use of video that it starts to cross a line.
Yeah.
And I mean, teams have always wanted to try to figure out what signs people are using and to steal that. That's been almost like an art in baseball.
Yeah.
But to use technology for that's just too far, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
There was also a story about Carlos Beltran's niece on Twitter. Well, it was her niece that was saying that they were using buzzers and everything. But
this is so dumb.
Yeah, and then I saw another thing that a baseball player said that it was probably a burner account of a Major League Baseball player.
It could have been.
Probably.
But I mean, to wear a buzzer on you, like,
It's
like do you really have to stoop that low?
especially
to
when
give
you said
yourself an advantage?
don't rip it off.
Yeah, during that video when he hit the walk-off home run against the Yankees, he's like, he was like holding his jersey like this. Don't rip it,
Because
apparently
I just
after
want to save the jersey.
yeah, he wants to save the jerseys for his wife apparently, which I don't.
Yeah, maybe he
That
wanted
seems
to.
kind of bogus to
but-
me.
Maybe
but
he wanted
maybe
to.
he did. Maybe he did. But to have a buzzer under you, I mean, that's just too low.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on. Second, LSU winning national championship, and we got Odell handing LSU players real money. Apparently, at first LSU denied it that it was real money, but later on a podcast called "Pardon My Take" on Barstool Sports, Joe Burrow admitted that it was real money. So, I mean, what is OBJ thinking?
Can you explain like how much money or what money or why?
I don't know how much, but like Odell Beckham is a former LSU alum, and he's an LSU alum, and he like was at the game. He went into the locker room after they won the championship game, and apparently he had money and was giving it out to players. I mean, I don't know how much it was. Yeah, I know.
Why does
Well,
that matter?
I mean, but the NCAA apparently with stuff like
They
this,
have rules.
they get so strict about
Yeah.
this stuff, about paying athletes and stuff, which NCAA's
I mean,
is annoying with that.
I don't really
so.
see a problem with that. I guess.
There's not really
I don't really have a problem with it either.
there's not really a problem with the students leaving for the draft, either for the draft or it's their last year, because I mean they have no other games to play with the team, so it would only matter for that one underclassman that did receive that money, because they're not allowed paid endorsements with certain rules and guidelines. And then we have OBJ in the locker room slapping that cop's butt. He was probably drunk, right?
Oh,
I mean,
he looked pretty drunk. In
yeah.
videos
Let's
that
be
I've seen.
honest. You have to be pretty
He
drunk
really
to slap
did.
a cop's butt. But also the cop should have been more lenient with that kid that he
And
was.
he should have
invested-
almost they almost should have done this, taken care of this right away.
Exactly.
Like why is it taking like 3 to 4 days to?
You're disrespected in that light. You don't really know what to do. It's OBJ. I mean, he should have. I think.
Now, he has an arrest warrant now for simple battery.
I think it'll go away.
No,
but there's no real.
He'll probably just get away with a fine. So.
Yeah. But it's gonna hurt like the Browns organization, I think, because it's gonna put a bad light on OBJ again.
But OBJ kept himself together this year. Probably the best he's ever had in his NFL career. He's kept himself together. He didn't have much drama, except for like wearing watches, which is stupid again.
Exactly.
But I mean, he's kept his cool this year. He's done a really good job. I mean, this should just be a little thing that just be blown
Glazes over, yeah.
glazes over.
So speaking of the Browns, Kevin Stefanski was named.
Stefanski.
Stefanski?
Yeah, Stefanski.
I always say Stefanski. So he's named the head coach of the Browns.
Yeah, Kevin Stefanski. Yep.
What do you think? What do you think about him?
I mean, apparently he's worked with very good quarterback, or not very good, but good enough quarterbacks. So I mean, hopefully this translates well to Baker Mayfield. And I mean, Kirk Cousins he did all right with the Vikings during his years there. I mean, it wasn't spectacular, but I mean, it wasn't bad. So I mean, it was just kind of which I mean, for Baker Mayfield coming off a 21 interception season,
Yeah.
I think having a Kirk Cousins season like he did this year would be pretty good for him. So
I'm not.
hopefully he brings that to Baker.
I'm not getting my hopes up because I get my hopes up every year, and so I'm just gonna keep my.
I mean, that's
thing
Browns
down
fans
the
though.
ground.
I mean,
exactly.
We've been so low. We always try to get our hopes up
Yeah,
so high.
that's why I left the Browns a while ago.
Yeah, stinking New Orleans.
So-
My goodness.
The one quote that I like that he had at the press conference: "Personality is welcome, but your production is required." And I love that. I love that he said that because it is. I mean, we like personalities like Baker and OBJ, but at the end, and Juice.
It's a lots of personalities in there.
But we also need good players, like we have Nick Chubb.
He's got to get the production out of him.
Exactly.
And really get that out of him after this very disappointing season.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Patrikios, so.
And finally, we have Larry Fitzgerald, the veteran wide receiver, at a 1-year contract.
Best Cardinals wide receiver
exactly.
probably ever.
His 17th season. Do you think it's his last?
I could definitely see that. I mean, I've heard apparently he really liked playing with Kyler Murray, and he thought the season was fun, so I think that's why he came back, and so he'll probably give it another year, maybe 2.
See what he thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one more thing I wanted to talk about.
Sure.
Who really expected the Ravens to lose to the Titans?
No.
I mean, I predicted them in our last sports video, so I mean, I predicted them to lose. So
I didn't see it coming.
I mean,
at all.
I sort of saw it coming, but yeah, I mean, it
I
was
just
definitely
thought,
sort of shocking.
I love when an underdog team can beat
same.
a power like the Ravens.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, I think it's great for sports.
I was
Underdog
expecting a
is so good.
Ravens Super Bowl. I'm glad I was
As a Browns
wrong.
fan, I'm glad Ravens aren't there. But
Oh, totally.
yeah.
So we're gonna wrap it up there, and we'll see you next time on KDen Core.
Thanks for watching.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was like breaking out.
Once he's done something. All right, 20 minutes. We can cut that down, probably.